Can you all see the screen? Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So, good morning, students. Today we will be uh, revising on the topic of head and neck artery and sorry, only arteries. And some have written veins also, but we will discuss artery. Okay. So this is the picture of head and neck artery. So this is a picture. Okay. So first, let us start with carotid artery. So carotid artery we will find here. Okay, just here in this area we will find the carotid artery. This is just down means in your neck portion. You will find the carotid artery. So let us discuss first. Let us discuss about the carotid artery. So this is the carotid artery. So you will find that the carotid artery, that is, you will find that they are divided into two branches. That is right common carotid artery, which is this one, and the next and the different branch is left common carotid artery, which is this one. This right common carotid artery and this, that is the left common carotid artery. So in the right common carotid artery, from where does it begin? It begins in the where? Brachiocephalic artery. Understand? This is the brachiocephalic artery. The right common carotid artery, it starts, or else you can say it begins in the brachial brachiocephalic artery, which is this. And the next one, that is the left common carotid artery, it begins here. That is arch of the aorta. Understand? Let me repeat again. Carotid artery, it is divided into two parts. That is the right common carotid artery, which is this, and the next is left common carotid artery, which is this. And the right common carotid artery, it begins from here. It is the brachiocephalic artery, which is this. And the next one, that is the left common carotid artery, it begins here. That is the arch of the aorta. Is it clear till this portion? Yes or no? Yes or no? I'm asking something, response. Hello, am I not audible? Can you, is it clear now? Hello, is it clear now? Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what I was saying, carotid artery, this is the carotid artery, and it is divided into two parts. It is the right brachiocephalic artery, which is this, and the another one is the left common carotid artery, which is this. And you will find that the right common carotid artery, it begins here in the brachiocephalic artery, which is this brachiocephalic artery. Understand? And the next one, that is the left common carotid artery, it begins here. That is the arch of the aorta. I hope it's clear now. And And
Yes,
this,
ma'am.
okay, and this two artery, that is the right common carotid artery and the left common carotid artery, what they go and supply blood where? On each side of the neck. Understand? On each side of the neck, that is the right side and the left side, they supply blood to both sides of the neck. And the common carotid artery, that is this portion, they are covered in aphasia. Understand? Which is known as this carotid sheath. So this is the carotid sheath. So they are covered. These two arteries, they are covered by a sheath name which is known as carotid sheath. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that was about carotid artery. So moving on to the next artery, that is the external carotid artery. So external carotid artery you will find here. This is the external carotid artery. So the external carotid artery, they supplies where? They supplies to the superficial tissues. We have already discussed in the previous class also. No? Superficial. Superficial means what? Means near your skin. It's not it. So this external carotid artery, they will go and supply blood to where? To your neck and your head, which is in the superficial side. That means nearby the skin, which connects the skin. Understand? It will go and supply blood to the neck and your head. That is the external carotid artery. Is it clear? External carotid artery. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is superior thyroid artery. So the superior thyroid artery, they supply blood to where? They supply blood to the thyroid gland. You remember the thyroid gland? We have studied in the previous semester. So they will go and supply blood to this thyroid gland. So this is the thyroid gland. Okay. So this is about superior thyroid artery. Next is lingual artery. So lingual artery you will find here, means somewhere this portion. Understand? Lingual artery. Okay, so this lingual artery, they supply blood to where? They supply blood to the mouth, this area, mouth, mouth, your mouth area, your tongue, and the floor of the mouth means downside of your mouth, it's known as the floor. So they will go and supply blood to the mouth, tongue, your tongue, then floor of the mouth. So this is the lingual artery. I hope it's clear. And they also supply blood to the tonsil. This is the tonsil. Understand? This is the tonsil and as well as epiglottis also. This is their epiglottis. Understand? The lingual artery, it will supply blood to, I'll repeat again. You will find here, this is the lingual artery. So the lingual artery, they will go and supply blood to where? They will go and supply blood to the mouth. Understand? Your mouth, your tongue, then floor of the mouth. Floor of the mouth means downside of the mouth, no? There is known as the floor of the mouth. Also, as well as tonsil. This is a tonsil. Listen, this is the tonsil and as well as epiglottis. This is epiglottis. So this is about lingual artery. Are you clear? Lingual artery.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that was about lingual artery. Okay, next is facial artery. So facial artery, it will be situated here. Facial artery, from the name itself, face. Facial means it will be in your face area. Okay, facial artery. So the facial artery, they will go and supply blood to where? They will go and supply blood to the mandible. Mandible is here, like your jaw, you can say jaw. Yes, and mandible. It will supply blood to the mandible. Understand? It will supply blood to the mandible, and which is near your jaw, and also they go and supply blood to your what muscle, to the muscle of facial expression. Means whatever muscles you are having now, right in the face, which helps you in making the facial expression, happy, sad, all this. So they help in supplying blood. It is a facial artery. They help in supplying blood to all these areas, all these places. Understand? And in the facial artery, what will you find? Uh, Means just downside of that, no, means here in this portion in your jaw area, means just downside of the mandible portion. What will you find? You will find artery. It is a carotid artery, and you will find that there is pulse. You will be able to feel it. It is the carotid wala, carotid one, that one. So you will be able to feel that. Are you clear about facial artery, everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Next is occipital artery. So this is the occipital artery, this portion. So this occipital artery, they supply blood to where? They supply blood to the posterior part of the scalp. Means posterior means what? Back, right? So it will supply blood to here, this posterior side. Posterior part of the scalp means scalp. You know the scalp. So this portion means in your head, this downside of your hair, na? Scalp. So it will supply blood to this area. That is the that is the occipital artery. It will supply blood to this area. That is the posterior part of the scalp. Is it clear about occipital artery?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Next is temporal artery. So temporal artery. In the previous semester, I taught you temporal lobe and all I have taught you. So temporal you will find here. Right, from the picture also you can see in front of the ear. So this is your ear, just here you will find it. Okay, so this temporal artery will supply blood to where? It will supply blood to the front part of your ear, means this area. Understand? This area. And as well as frontal, this area. Frontal. Then temporal. This is the temporal and parietal. This area. Did you get my point? Temporal artery, they supply blood to this portion. Listen, just in front of your ear, and this front, this is your front, and this area, this temporal area, and parietal, is this portion. So the temporal artery, they will supply blood in all these three areas. In the upper part of the ear, this portion, it is a temporal. Okay, is it clear? Temporal artery.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is maxillary artery. So this is the maxillary artery. Listen, this one. So the maxillary artery, they supply blood to where? Which area? They supply blood. They supply blood to the muscles of mastication. Mastication means what? Who helps you in chewing the food? खाना जब खाते हैं वो चबाने पर मदद करता है, इसको बोलते हैं mastication. ठीक है? So from the picture itself, you can see now first part of maxillary, for a second part of maxillary. So in this area, in all this area, means when you chew, it means this area, you can say this area, means when you chew, like all this thing, like it move, so it helps you in chewing the food, which is known as mastication. Understand? So this maxillary artery, they goes and supply blood to all this area, that is all this portion. First part of maxillary, second part of maxillary, third part of maxillary. It's written, no? All this portion. So the maxillary artery, they supply blood in all this area. Mastication. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, next is circle of Wills. So this circle of Wills, they starts, you can say that they start in the right and the left carotid artery and enters in the cranial cavity. Understand? Means, let me show you again. Left. Okay. Okay. So it starts here, right and left common carotid artery. Okay. The circle of Wills, it starts here, right and left, and right and left, and to enter in the cranial cavity. So this is the cranial cavity. Understand? So this is the cranial cavity. So the circle of Wills, they starts from the right and the left common carotid artery and enters in the cranial cavity. So this is the cranial cavity. Understand? Cranial cavity. And this circle of Wills, this is the circle of Wills, and this is the bottom part, means downside of the structure, circle of Wills. And this circle of Wills, they supply blood to where? They supply blood to the greater part of the brain. Means this is your brain, and it supplies blood to the brain, and also as well as your eyes, listen, your eyes, your forehead. This is your forehead, and as well as your nose. So in all these areas, they supply blood. There is a circle of Wills. Is it clear? Is it clear about the artery? All the arteries. There is the head and the neck arteries. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, no? Okay. Okay. If it is yes, then let me ask you some questions. Habuklang? Habuklang, can you hear me? Habuklang, can you hear me or not? Okay, the next Darshana.
Yes.
Okay, Darshana, can you tell me uh, this carotid artery is divided into how many parts?
Two parts,
Can you
left
name
and right carotid artery.
left and right? What? Left and
Left
right
and
what?
right
Huh?
carotid
Left.
artery.
Okay, left and right common carotid artery, no? Okay. Okay, good. Next, Dipyajit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the left and the right common carotid artery, they supply blood to where? In which area? In the head? In the neck?
Yeah.
In the ears? Where?
Ma'am, head area.
Head area. Are you sure? It is the neck. Okay, Dibyajit. Hello. The answer is neck. N-E-C-K, neck. Okay, so Dibyajit. Okay, next, Virginia. Virginia, can you hear me? Virginia. Okay, then next, Gem. Gem Nunu. Okay, Gem, can you tell me what is the name of the sheet which covers the carotid artery? I've mentioned one sheet, no? The answer is already in the
Ma'am,
question.
SHEATH.
हाँ, आंसर already question पे है. Can you see this, Gem? दिखाई दे रहा है?
Yes, ma'am.
क्या है? बोलो.
Cardiac SHEATH.
Not cardiac, carotid.
Or carotid SHEATH.
Okay, this is the carotid sheet which covers the right and the left common carotid artery. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, next, Hemam Shelly Devi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Hemam, can you tell me the external carotid artery, this supplies blood to which area?
Ma'am, superficial tissue of the neck and head.
Okay, superficial tissue of the head and the neck. Okay, superficial tissues means where? Where will you find this superficial tissues? In which area?
Ma'am, below the skin.
Means which is connected to the skin, na? Means very near. Okay, good. Okay, next, Lashra.
Yes,
Okay, superior thyroid artery supplies blood to where?
the thyroid gland.
Thyroid gland. Okay, good. Okay, so this is the thyroid gland, huh? So the superior thyroid artery, they supply blood to the thyroid gland. Okay, good. Next, Ishan. Ishan, are you able to hear me? Okay, next, Ishan, are you able to hear me? Hello. Hello, Ishan, are you able to hear me? Hello. Okay, then next, Ycom.
Yes.
Okay, Ycom. Can you tell me the lingual artery, they supplies blood to which area?
Mouth area.
Mouth area. Okay, where?
Tonsil and epiglottis.
Tonsil, epiglottis. Okay. Tongue also. Okay. Tongue. This is tonsil. This is epiglottis. In all this area also they go and supply that. Okay. Okay, good. Next, Nafisha.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you tell me the facial artery they supplies blood to which area?
It supplies to the muscles of the facial expressions and also the structures in the mouth.
Also, They
the
pass.
structures in the mouth.
Okay, also they over here, mandible means in your jaw area, na? This is your jaw, right? So this is the mandible.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
it goes and supply blood to in this area also. Okay, good. And you can feel pulse also right here. Understand? It is a carotid artery. Means right here you can feel the pulse. Okay, then Kinisha.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, occipital artery. They supplies blood to which area? Occipital artery,
The posterior, the posterior part of the scalp.
posterior part of the scalp, na? Okay, so this one, posterior means back, means this, your back side, scalp here. Okay, okay, good. Next, Prakriti Rai. Prakriti Rai. Not audible. Rashmi Sonwal.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Rashmi, can you please tell me the temporal artery that supplies blood to where?
Ma'am, frontal, temporal, and parietal part of the scalp.
Okay, very good. Temporal artery here, this one. Means in your ear, in front of the ear, here, your frontal, temporal, and parietal. Okay, very good. Next, uh, which person? Which person? Okay, then Samuel. Samuel, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Samuel, can you tell me maxillary artery they supplies blood to which area? Where?
Ma'am, muscle of mastication.
Muscle of mastication. Okay, mastication
Yes,
means
ma'am.
what?
Ma'am, chewing.
Chewing, no? Means who helps
Chewing.
in chewing.
Yes,
Muscle, the muscle
yes, ma'am.
who helps in chewing here. No? All this
Yes.
portion. Okay, very good. Okay, next, Senkamchi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Senkamchi, can you tell me circle of wheels? Huh? Oh, so I forgot to mention circle of wheels. It is also known as circulus arterius. Okay, I forgot to mention that. Okay, okay, Senkamchi, can you tell me circle of wheels? It starts from where?
Ma'am, I
No. Means they begins where? They begins where? I mean to say that. I mean there must be some connection, na? In circle of wheels. So what is the name of that? Can you tell me?
ma'am, I don't.
I don't know. Okay, let me show you. So circle of wheels, they starts from here. That is the right and the left common carotid artery. Understand, Senkamchi? Right and the left.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And they go to where? They go to cranial cavity. So this is the cranial cavity. Understand? Cranial
Yes,
cavity.
ma'am.
It starts from the right and the left internal carotid artery and enters in the cranial cavity. Okay. Okay, then next, Sheetal. Sheetal, can you hear me? Not audible, I guess. Okay, then next, Srijana.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, circle of wheels, they supply blood to which area? Can you tell me?
Ma'am, to the greater part of the brain, eyes, nose, and forehead.
Okay. Okay, then very good. Okay, that's all for today's class. I hope everyone is clear about today's class.